Alright guys, it's I don't know if it's using my earbud mics right now or not, so I guess we'll see, but it's the first day of school. I don't got class until 11 a.m. so I'm headed to the gym right now because I can still sleep in and go to the gym before school. What's weird is that that's only second period. There's like 7 or 8 periods throughout the day, but the last class ends at like 7 p.m. It's kind of crazy. So I'll show you a little bit of what the walk looks like. Here's what I meant with the kilogram weights. Especially the 5s and 10s in person look deceivingly similar to the 5s and 10s in America. They're also super strict with dropping weights, thus having a decibel alarm. Alright, well, I made it to school early, just in case I couldn't find my class, and turns out I can't. Thought I was going to my class. Well, I'm in a residence area, so it's definitely not the right spot. I got like 10 minutes left, so see what happens. For lunch, there were a bunch of food trucks around campus, which are there pretty much every day. They do, however, rotate out with other trucks throughout the week, so the food changes. Bro, we just ate lunch. Look, we ran into. Yeah, we just ate at a food truck, but we headed to our next class. It's third period. Third period at 1:30 p.m. So I'll see you guys after my third period. All right, guys, I have to be kind of quiet because I'm currently in the library. The library here is actually really nice. There's a lot of study rooms, and they have like a whole floor of individual cubicles. It's 8 floors too. But anyways, I blundered. I totally thought I had a 2nd and 5th period today, but those classes are only on Monday and Thursday. This week's first day of school is today, which is actually a Tuesday. I'm just done after my 2nd period Japanese class, so that's kind of nice. So what I ended up doing instead is I got my textbooks for my class. It's kind of unfortunate because the class that I'm in right now is like a transition period between 2 textbooks. So it involves the second half of one textbook and then the first half of the next textbook. So instead of only having to get 3 textbooks, I had to get 6. I mean, for 6 textbooks, it was probably like $120, which individually is actually a lot cheaper than most of the time. You know, I had to get 2 kanji books. This just has all the bunch of kanji in them. Same for this one. I think it says there's 500 in each. For the other 4, there's a notes textbook and a drills textbook. So obviously you use one for learning, and the other one just has a bunch of empty worksheets that correspond with the notes pages, and then volume 2 right here. So there's kind of a lot, but we'll be doing the second half of volume 2 and the first half of volume 3 in our class. But what I'm probably going to do now is I might check out, there's like a judo practice for the judo club here at 5 p.m. So I might go check that out. Maybe I'll record around the library later, but we'll see. There are a lot of hidden alleyways around campus, and most of the gyms are kind of difficult to find. so I had to contact the judo club leader for directions to it. The judo mats and kendo floor were right next to each other. Alright guys, I just got back from judo. I gotta say it was pretty fun. Yeah, I think there were about 6 international students and 5 Japanese students, so a good mix. In Japanese today, I was able to understand, the teacher taught completely in Japanese, and I was able to understand, I'd say probably 95% of it, which is a good sign. But it's crazy whenever I listen to other Japanese students speak, it sounds like it's a completely different language than what I'm doing in class. Probably because of the different forms that Japanese people speak in. But you know, it's been kind of hard. Trying super hard to practice listening and speaking more because that's what I suck the most at, and that's arguably more important than being better at reading and writing here. There have been a couple days already where it's just like super demotivating because I feel like I can't communicate with the Japanese students, and there's some clubs here that look interesting, but they just don't have any English speakers there, so you know, it's kind of hard to participate. I mean, it sucks because I didn't know I was going to really do a study abroad until this year or last year, so it's not like I could have really started learning Japanese earlier. But I guess if anybody watches this and they already know that they're planning on doing a study abroad, if you want the most out of your experience, you should probably learn the language because it's definitely affected mine a little bit. I mean, still super fun, and I'm glad I've been able to meet a bunch of international students that are fun to hang out with, but there's just like a whole 80% of the population that I feel like I can't communicate very well with, putting my brain in overdrive trying to work on my listening and speaking. So hopefully that'll improve while I'm here, but that's just something I noticed today because we were in judo, and the guy teaching didn't really know English. It was pretty hard to follow along, and so doing clubs here may be kind of difficult, maybe pretty difficult to do, but we'll see. So I'm probably going to do a little bit more studying before going to bed, but overall, it's a pretty good first day of school. Hey bro, what'd you get?
Grilled chicken with egg and orange. Oishi desu. Oishi desu.
And it feels like the 2 hemispheres of my brain.
Were you studying, bro?
Yeah.
What also was...
What I was saying, I was reading, and I went from this to this to this to shutting my laptop and closing my eyes for like 10 minutes.
After lunch, Lewis and I did some Japanese homework in the library, as I like to do all of my homework on campus before going home. Okay, we just finished classes. I'm with my friend Jamie here. We're about to try out some Aida tonight, so at the dorm. The dorm dojo has extra gis, hakama, and katanas for us to use when we need, which is really nice. The katanas were also actually sharpened. To be honest, they really had a lot of trust in us swinging sharp katanas around with no prior experience, and we weren't even able to understand their instruction as they taught in complete Japanese. What'd you get?
It is roll.
Is that like a sandwich? Sandwich?
Sandwich.
Another
Sandwich.
Oke. Terus kalau bisa tolong rekamannya dimatikan karena ini pertama kali saya berbicara bahasa Indonesia di Jepang. Ini sangat langka menurut saya.
Oke. Bisa tolong dimatikan, Jaden itunya.
Huh? I don't even know what Oh, soda. No,
To start off the weekend, I wanted to try out the boxing club at the school. And despite it being rainy outside, it was honestly a pretty peaceful walk. Okay, it was kind of on a whim, but Jamie convinced me to go with him windsurfing in Kamakura with the windsurfing club, which is about an hour and a half away. There's a surf shop there that lended the club wetsuits and windsurfing boards for us to use, so we luckily didn't have to transport them on a train or anything, and I definitely would not have been able to survive in the water without a wetsuit. On the way back, we stopped by a shop and they had all the underclassmen compete in a rock, paper, scissors tournament. Whoever lost had to buy everybody either a drink or ice cream.
Show your thing.
Before going back, we went through a shopping center in the area looking for dinner, and the consensus ended up being burgers. I guess I just can't escape American food.
One bite.
Then before our long trip back, we took some pictures and did some stargazing at the beach.
Here, hold it. Okay. If you turn your arm like this, it holds it. Oh. Yeah. これはすごい高かった。6,000円。マジ?
You can control it.
Yeah, you can.